just take a foot, 1 foot, 1 foot. We're only talking about 1 foot. It's only a foot. It's only a car. I want it. I have money for it. I can afford it. But can you afford it in your mind? What does it do in your mind, or in your wife's mind, or in your kid's mind, to want, to need, to have, and then you get on the television and you see all these poor people, and then it starts to affect part of the family, and then it affects you. But you had the money to get it. You wanted it. You got it. We've got another, let's say, 6 days to the beginning of the end of the 114th 333 scenario of the pig. And I just got a shockwave before. In fact, I got 2 shockwaves before. Because when you read, okay, I know I'm all over the place. When you read, this is on my mind, when you read Jerusalem backwards, it says, Me, Lazar, Ed. Jerusalem says, I, the street, I sail the sky. Me, I do it. I am Lazar. Who is Lazar for it to come out this way? I got it from my work. Now, why is it Lazar? But you want to know what's really freaky to me? That's my first last name in Hebrew. Lazer, Lazar. And who is this Lazar? So let me try and find it here. I'm trying to find, did I get it over here? No. Anyways, do you want to take a look at something? I put 2 letter R's. There's usually a little point that's sticking up. I just made the point a little bit higher. And you've got basically the fleur-de-lis. You've got some kind of bow. It shows the number 3, but with a line through it. There's a lot of things. Here's an arrow. It looks like razor blades, right? But if you take this angle and bring it over to the roulette board, it'll show you a series of numbers before the first 18 and after starting the first 19. It'll show you something. So I missed out on the czar, but that's okay. The other thing I have, I'm going to move back in my page here. I think I got to go back 2 pages. I'm going to show you this one over here. Okay. 1 square area. Okay. 1 square area has 1 center and 6 dots. They're connecting dots. So you're going to connect to one side and you're going to make an X and then I want to cross. You understand? That'll be 7 area used as 5. 7 by 5, the dots values are 35. In the spirit, angel, and man, 3 worlds, total 105, which is the poker count. When you measure that in Fahrenheit, it comes out to 40.555. These are the 4 trains. This is the game of Monopoly. When you bring it down here, 105 Celsius is 221 Fahrenheit. Then you get over here the 0.1. What is that 0.1? Well, to bring it to the 1010 world, okay, it'll be a 9. So we know it was a birth. 22 means life. We take 22 and bring it to a 1010 world, and we get 88, both of the worlds of heaven. We don't have the spirit thought of life, but 8 times 8 is 64, and that is the chess and checkerboard. 4 and 6 is the connection that we are. This is the only one we cannot get. The only way to get 4 for man is either through 2 or through 8. Okay, but most likely through 2, because 8 is through the earth. That's the way we pick up our vibes. We get it through the sky, and we get it through the earth. That's the only way to get the 4 to get 6. These are opposites of each other on your telephone, on your calculator. 6 by 4 is 24. 6 and 4 is 10. The total is 34. The relationship of that says 1. The other thing I wanted to point out was that the 8 times around 45-degree angle gives us our 360 degrees. This total amount times 6, because we only get 6 dots, would equal 270 degrees. Plus 3 creation, 273, 39 weeks. 39 equals 10, which means perfect. It's a connection. We got both sides. Whatever it is, we've connected to 10. Let me just try and look at one more thing. Oh yeah, here's the Jerusalem. The other thing about it is, again, E and J, but in French it's E and G. So it says egg. I am an egg. Me, l'azur. Me, l'azur. You can also say I'm Reggie. But you can keep on playing with that. The other thing I found is that 23 Fahrenheit, okay, is -5 Celsius. This is the E pass, okay? This is an X. How do we get 4 corners? We get it with an X and a dot in the center. It's 2 dices, and it's 1 dice to make this. The difference between the two is 28, which is the B heaven, okay? Which is the 5 core. The 5 core represents 1 and 9, because they both come out of the 5 core. They're electronically hooked up that way. I'm not ready to show you anything about that. I'm not done. Okay? Is the 5 core, okay, in area 1 into the 5 core, because the 1 moves into the 5 core, 1 and 5, it also looks like is core. And together they say 15, and the number 5 and 1 changes to 6. If the 1 and 5 are in the center, it's a 6. Now, if the birth comes to the center of the 5, that's a 14, that's a 5. The total number is 56, and that's the number we howl at the moon. That's the number of the diamond, 7, and that's why 6 is in the center. So I'm trying to think, what did they do? Is it just our heart? I need to figure out which part. Spirit, angel, and man, that means there have to be 3 connections. Let's say something in the bottom of the core of the earth, let's say our heart and our minds, and then we need something else in the sky. And that would cover everything else. Forget about east and west. Okay, so we're connected into all these areas. I'm a little bit lost in my head. The funny thing, when I got sick and I started all this stuff, oh, excuse me, I'm not finished. Jerusalem, total count 104. 91 is if you add 1 to 13 all the way to the king. But after the king, they added on 13 more after this one. Because ace to king would be 91. Well, in order to get 104, you need 13 more. And that's the letter M. See? Lem. It means to love. Does it mean anything else in Hebrew? The total singularity count, putting all these numbers 6, 6, 9, 1, 2, 5, 1, 5. This one over here ends up to be, look, 9 and 2, 9, 11. 9 and 2 is the birth, 29. It's also the pi, the part of pi, 3.1415. And the other thing is, what am I looking for? I want to look for something, but I don't know what I'm looking for. Give me a break for a second. No, I don't see. Another thing is 8 equals 9, 6 equals 7, 5 equals 6. That's the way it works. Another thing, in another calculation, 8 equals 6, in which 9 equals 5, and 4 equals 10. And the numbers that are separated are 1, 2, and 7. Forget about the 12. There's no spirit in the 12, because when you go play craps, there's no center dice. Anyways, where else am I? There's one more completion of something. The Aleph letter. The reason it seems to be crooked like this, the way I understand, is because the center here, I'm only showing you 2 parts, okay, is because it's half to 5 and then 5 to half. That's how you get 1, 5, 5, 5, 9. But this 9 plays with this 5, and this 1 plays with this 5, okay? And then we have the 2 legs of the Aleph, because they're both coming into the same 5. They're living between here and here. Because what you see in this letter is not complete. In the old Jewish writing, everybody always has a tail sticking out. Well, if there's a tail sticking out and they're not cautious, it's because that's what they want. Raphael 7286. I wish I can tell you everything at once, but I'm slowly putting in 7 days of work. I really have fallen behind. I'm feeling a lot better today. I'm feeling a lot better today. Oh my God. I thought I was in La La Land the other day. Oh my God. Shockwaves came in. And I felt I was coming down into a depression, and I'm never sure how to, what do you do in a depression? Put up your legs and say, hey, I'm going to feel better when you're completely drained. But I know what it is, the depression. It's the, somehow that element on the other side of your brain is closed down. It gets closed down. You can't have both sides of the brain. You know, you need them both. You close down one, the other one is, where am I? You don't know where you are. I mean, you know where you are, but oh my God, everything starts scary because you've fallen inside yourself. You can't see outside yourself anymore. You're like that animal in the. I got to do something else. 4 levels like the telephone, with the star, with the 0, and with the pound key. If you put each one to 25, it stops at 225. That is the 9 of this world. Okay? But if you continue on to where it's left off, and you put down here the birth, which you only see once, and the spirit, which you only have once, and the spirit world that you are in, which counts for 2. Okay? That's why you got this 300 in bowling. 12 spots, 12 in bowling, the same thing. I'm trying to figure out, is there any other worlds in here? No, but everybody knows that in the Dice Cube 7 world, that no matter which dice you look at, every one is still going to look like 5. Can I pick up a dice and show you? You see 4 on this side, but the opposite of the 4 is the 3. But they overlap, so you're only going to see 5. Every single one, except for the 1 and the 6, it shows 7. 7 and 5. What does it say in the English alphabet? Egg, 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 coming to you. I guess it's going to hop over on a bunny hop or something. Anyways, to get back to business, and with that Irish kite, yeah, that's it. We got a few more days till next week. Oh my God. Oh. I can sense the wool inside my bald head. Oh, I tasted it in my teeth. It was like an electricity or something. Oh my God, maybe calling God, calling God, calling God, calling God, calling God, calling God. Oh, I got a reception. What does it say? Retarded. Is that a channel? No, fucker, you're retarded. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Wrong number. Raphael 7286.